Welcome back to Wrenches and Race Cars. Today's episode video, Junkyard LS. We pulled this sucker out of the junkyard, ripped it out of a truck. Come to find out, there was quite a lot of water in it. I mean, this sucker, we've got flakes of rust down there. I don't know if you can see down in the cam there. That's going to need a little sandpaper. But this cylinder wall here, we got one cylinder out that was seized up. This cylinder wall is all sorts of rusty. But we're going to give her the old mechanic in a bottle with the hone. Clean her up a little bit. It'll run fine. It's going to be a great motor. So stay tuned as we tear this thing down and try to make it last until for a little maybe while. Alright, we're going to buzz all these rods out. Pull the pistons out, that way we can get in there. Clean up some of that rust. Get rid of that. Do some honing. Yeah, these things barely even want to... Got some rust up in there. They barely even want to come out of the cylinder. Here we go. Snap off.
That sounded good. What is that?
That was a bearing.
You don't need them bearings.
We're just going to reuse them, so it doesn't matter if they get beat up a little bit, right?
Loose is fast.
Grab my hand. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, let's see if we can fish the bearing out of there. That crank isn't looking too pleased. Got a nice little ring of rust between the rods there.
Yeah. You'll have that.
These big jobs tend to give you that.
These racing motors.
Yeah. High horsepower stuff.
Nothing but the best.
Whatever you say. Ow!
What's the bearing looking like?
Let's clean some of that grease off of there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, this motor had 120,000 according to the dash, so...
How many miles do you add for the time it sat full of water?
At least 150,000.
So we're like 370.
So 370. So for an LS, it's about time to make some power.
It's low mileage.
Yeah, you want them up 300,000. The rings are already gapped a little bit. Add a little turb scale in there. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get the next one off of there. Cylinder number 1. This one's sliding out a little easier.
This is the good side of the engine. Side that was maybe not as full of water.
Seemed like with the tiltage of the pick-em-up truck, back of the engine kind of got watery.
Yeah, so this is the front of the engine. It's kind of clean, and it just kind of goes south, as you can see.
Yeah.
But hopefully these make some power, and these are just kind of along for the party.
The front 4 are going to make a lot of power, and the back 4, so it'll even out. It'll be, still be a race motor. It'll just be evened out between the mix. Will this one come out? Oh yeah, that one slides like butter. Yeah, these front ones are going to make some power. For sure.
Don't leave your engines sitting out with water in them, kids.
It's good when the rod just kind of doesn't move when you do that.
That's good.
It needs a little extra help. That's what they do in those high horsepower motors, because if it moves too freely, the piston can actually start to wobble in there and it'll throw a rod out the side of the block and stuff. At least some guy online told me that, and I mean, it was online, I believe.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That is mint.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
See, when you get that in there, when you get oil in there, it kind of mixes with it. And any little crevices you got, bearings that have scarring in them, that stuff gets in there and it rejuvenates the bearings. It'll fill in the bad spots. And like those cylinder walls that are rusty, it'll pack in there and get a little heat in the motor. It soaks it into the walls. I mean, I can't believe they don't teach these people this stuff in school, because it's yeah, crazy. We tell you all the secrets.
Don't tell them all our secrets. Right?
Okay, well, I'll keep some of them.
We don't want them to know why we're so fast.
Yeah, they can't know that.
One of the secrets is rust.
Yep. So, to all our competitors out there, give it a shot.
Put some water in your engine. Leave it sit for 10 or 20 years, however long this thing sat. Maybe a couple years.
At least a good 5 years with the amount of greenery that was growing out of the hood. Come on. I know you want to come out of there.
And this is the proper way to remove cylinders.
Yeah.
Pistons, that is, not cylinders.
Stuff's falling everywhere. We're mixing rod caps up. So far, it's going good.
Okay.
Okay.
That's one way to do it.
It's okay.
Didn't even know anything happened.
No, it's stress testing it.
It's like forged now.
Yeah, pretty much.
That piston has been forged.
Okay, we're missing a bearing, and we got 2 rod caps. So, well, there's a bearing down there. I'm going to assume that's for this one. But I seem to got it wedged in there somehow.
This is fantastic.
There we go. Okay, back to the old hammer.
Now the trick is to catch it when she squirts out of there at Mach 12.
This one's not wanting to play. Don't lose that. There we go.
That one's got a little bit of marking in it.
Okay, so that one's really high horsepower.
Oh,
Like you
yeah.
move that and that thing doesn't even, it takes 6 to 8 pounds of force to move it.
That's good.
That is
a little
incredible.
WD-40.
Okay, where did this one come from?
I don't know. It came from wherever you just got it from.
Okay, we're putting that one in
I
here.
think it came from that one.
That one's going in there.
You don't have to have them all in the right ones.
That one's already got one in. But we have another one down here. I think this one goes in here.
See what you should explain to them with the bearings. You wanna switch them up so that they wear at different spots. Get more life out of them.
Well, yeah, because these are already worn for that certain spot. So if you flop them around, the good side of the bearing has, another 100,000 miles in it yet.
Yeah.
So let's see if this one fits on here.
We should probably do a disclaimer before someone uses this video to build a motor.
That's on them. If they want to make a lot of power, they'll watch this video. See, these are those fancy broken rods. And you can tell if they don't line up right. It's not the right rod cap. Let's see if this one fits on there. Oh, that's backwards as well. Yeah, look at that. When you stick it on there, you can't even see the line. They're fancy crack fit. Alright, now these are the back two. These had the maximum water penetration. So you can see we got the nice brown oil going on in there. Good mixture. So we'll see how these...
Oh, yeah, it actually came out.
We did do a lot of honing with the cylinders in because the engine wouldn't even turn at all. So, you can compensate for that.
This thing was locked up.
It was very, very tight. It turned, what, a quarter revolution?
Yeah, it took a lot of coaxing to get a full rotation out of it. But we won't talk about that.
Case of Mountain Dew and a lot of WD-40. But we got it.
The trick is just to get it to turn over so you can run it and let it self-hone.
Once you get it broke loose, you just run it on the starter for 15-20 minutes. Spin it with the starter, and it'll loosen it up good. Yeah, that's also got the good.
That's actually better than some of the other ones.
It's not horrible.
You don't want them too loose. That one might almost be too loose.
Yeah.
Might knock if it starts to wobble.
Oh, that's all the pistons out.
That is all of them. Now, we spend the next couple hours just honing it?
At least a couple hours, yeah. See, you want to make clearance. What hurts these race motors is when things heat up and they get tight and it messes things up. So if you take like an hour or so on each cylinder and just hone it and hone it and hone it, it slightly increases the size about 40 thousandths, and it gives you that nice little gap of room for expansion for the pistons, because, you know, aluminum expands when it gets warm. So we're going to do that now. Just want to loosen that rust up a little bit. Just get her all good and loosened. Then take one of these bad boys, drop it in there, crank it out, and you want to, what I like to do is put a wrench on here and just get as tight as you can until you can barely move it. You want to throw that sucker in low gear and just go to town. And while you're doing that, you want a little extra bit of lubinizing. Oh, look at that nice metallic coming out of there.
That is beautiful.
Then you want to throw her in high gear.
Oh dear.
Should have stuck with DeWalt.
Yeah.
Craftsman.
Craftsman.
Leave her in low gear. Smelling a little warm.
I wonder if the viewers know that Milwaukee is actually off-brand Craftsman
Yeah.
that they couldn't sell at Sears.
The ones that didn't pass the quality inspection. Golly!
What was that? Oh yeah, look at that sludge.
Took a little hunk out of the stone there.
That's what you want to do, is just mess the hone up.
You get little chunks out of the hone stone, it really digs that rust out of there.
That's what cross hatching comes from. Is
people think cross hatching is something special you do, but it's just from having broken stones on your hone.
It's like brand new.
Oh, that one's brand new.
I mean,
all right.
Got a couple grooves, but
Is the little speed sensor thingamabobber all bend up? I think that's what the hone caught on.
speed sensor.
A little tone ring in there that connects the dots every time it goes past. And then it sends the little minions through the wires, and it tells the computer that it's going such and such an amount of speed in circles. But you don't need that. You just give it fuel.
Carburetor.
We
should put a carburetor on this.
Don't swear
motor.
like that. Carburetor.
Carburetor.
Just because we're not smart enough to do that. Because the carburetor people aren't smart enough to tune, is what I meant, you know.
Well, either way, we're gonna have a couple guys saying, "Oh, I'd put an updraft, double hump, Edelbrock,
backflow." Yep. That's why I like to stay away from cocaine. It's really messes with the mind, I think.
It'll get you.
At least from some of these things I've been hearing.
They had a lot of it back in the day, and they had a lot of carburetors.
They did have a lot of carburetors back in the day.
Makes sense.
It's starting to make sense. All right. Good juices. Alright, we got a first little test crosshatch and cylinder number 1 here. Let's see if we got any action. Oh yeah. If you look between the rust, you can see
never mind that.
A little bit of
and that.
I'm pretty sure the crosshatching is our least of our worries. But I mean, you got to do it because this is going to be a high horsepower, high compression motor.
It's gonna last a long time.
Yeah.
Gonna put a lot of miles on it.
Yeah. This motor's probably gonna do 8 or 9 drag and drives before we refresh it. So we're doing it right.
So, yeah, the cross hatching is key.
Yeah.
For that perfect cylinder wall.
Yep. Let's go on to the next one here and see if we can't get that perfect sheen on this next one as well.
So what's the trick on cross hatching?
Numbers, I think, or
Science.
so science. Yes.
Geometry.
It's about the geometry of the direction in which you're going. The easy way is you kind of start at the bottom. You want to do like 1 full rotation to the top and then 1 full rotation to the bottom. So you kind of get your speed, figure out how fast you got to go, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. I screwed it up.
That's as high as you can count.
I only got 6 fingers. Uh-oh. I screwed that all up. It'll still be up and down scratches. Oh! I just took it all off.
Restart.
You need a little lubrication in
Yeah,
there.
don't do it that way.
Alright, fresh start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's a little faster. Speed hatching. 14, 19, 23. Other way. 1, 2. How many times was that?
23.
Perfect.
That's where you stop.
Now,
Now show them the artwork.
the artwork. It really is an art.
Oh, that's just
Beautiful.
That's like showroom quality.
Beautiful.
Right off the factory.
Yeah, the factory wishes they could do it this nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
On to the next one. Well, we got all the cross hatching done in there. Pulled the lifter trays out because lifters aren't looking too healthy. And there is a lot of crud down there. It is just not happy looking. Some of these
Just a little.
got the vice grips on them and they're not moving. So
that's really not too great.
it's
is
not
it?
ideal. It really isn't. I don't know if we go straight to the torch or what our plan's going to be here yet. We're going to do a little wiggling with the vice grip. See, these front ones, that slid right out. That honestly, we'll throw that back
that's
in.
Usable.
Yeah, there's not even all that much rust down in the hole there. Or yeah, they're supposed to be flat, I think. So that's one. That one doesn't seem to want to move. But also, I can't really grab terribly well with the vice grips in that little hole. There we go. Oh my goodness. I think we're going to be reusing these lifters.
This is again another lesson on why you don't just leave engines sit outside without covering them.
Oh, it still spins. That's all that matters.
That's all you need. That's mint. Now it's not mint. Let's make sure you throw the lifters all over the place so that they loosen them up.
Yeah.
Just give them a wing. Fixed.
Oh, I heard it pop loose.
That one's good now. What was that noise?
Oh, it just kind of broke the lifter. Don't worry about it.
Maybe don't use a vice grip to remove your lifters.
Nice amount of.
Beautiful.
Yep.
What's that all about right there?
Weight reduction.
Weight reduction. Rotating
mass.
Yeah, the less rotating weight. I hope you're buying me a set of lifters. I mean, these are my nice ones. These are the good ones.
These are the good. Oh, rats.
Nice.
Oh, huh.
Huh, you're gonna have to buy 2 lifters now.
Well, I think there's a 5.3 out there that's been setting outside for about 2 years, so that one should be even.
Only 2 years. That's
a high dollar one right there.
It's a good one. Don't get rid of your good one. One. Nice. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, it doesn't spin, so it gets that nice. You don't lose rotating mass when it's going around the cam.
That made sense.
That one just fell into a bunch of pieces. Oh, look at that. You can rebuild them. You just pop the end out. Nice clean oil in there.
Yeah. Maybe a good used set of lifters from Brandt's Auto Parts.
Sell these for good used ones. Little WD.
Put them on eBay.
Get a stock photo of some new ones and sell them on eBay. Yeah, that one's not looking much healthier either.
That's great. That is a good example of what you do not want to see in your Junkyard LS. But we're gonna hope it runs anyway. You don't need lifters.
You normally don't want to have to work your lifters out. They normally should kind of fall out. That one's real crusty.
I mean, it's not like they're supposed to move.
Oh, they aren't? Oh. Well,
there's pieces flying everywhere.
Yeah. Then we're good. I thought they were supposed to move side to side or something.
I don't know what they even do. Are they even necessary?
I don't know. I thought you're the mechanic here.
I don't know anything.
Oh, okay. I wonder if we could probably take like 4 half-inch nuts and weld them together and just slide them in there.
Make our own lifters.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea.
Then you don't lose power because these things are collapsing and stuff.
Well, you know what comes to mind?
What's that?
All the parts our car will ever need will be at rockauto.com.
Yes. Rock Auto.
We should be sponsored by Rock Auto and eBay.
We definitely should be sponsored by Rock Auto. Maybe even Amazon. There's a lot of cheap stuff on Amazon. In the name of budget. Because who doesn't like working on the race car more than they race it because they build it cheap?
Yeah. Buy cheap parts.
But your time is free, right? So
time is free. Build it multiple times.
That one's not coming out.
Get the hammer. Yeah, don't do that, kids. Don't do that. Don't hit anything. Don't hit anything.
Keep talking, I'll hit you with this thing.
Well, good thing you can't swing very hard.
Yeah, that one's also quite crusty. We got 2 to go, so we'll see. These don't look bad.
We will, if anyone has a set of lifters just kicking around, hit up his DMs.
Oh,
they don't have to be good, but they have to be better than that.
We're not asking for a lot here.
We'll probably find some in a snowbank somewhere, but
probably
they're around.
I'm sure they'll look better than this. You just gotta treat it like you mean it.
Treat it like you mean it. That's
something like that. You don't just...
That's wisdom.
Go real easy on everything. You just gotta go to town.
Going to town
for me.
Going to town. It's not working out today.
There we go.
There we go. That's the last one.
Oh, here, car.
Oh dear.
Dear, that was a 4-cylinder. Oh, moment of silence.
I mean, that's pretty impressively bad.
Yeah. I gotta lie, I'm impressed.
I mean, this is probably going to be a 4-cylinder too, but it might sound better than that.
We did some scientific measurements using geometric equations. This block needs a good cleaning. So we're going to rip some of this stuff out, pull the cam out. Got one of those big old spinny washer things that you put the engine in and it sprays from angles.
Dishwasher?
Don't tell my wife. And we're going to clean her up real nice, so we got to get rid of this sucker so we can get the water pump off. So we're going to give her the old swingaroo here.
Hey, let me see your wrench. Okay, yeah. Look, just
Safety.
Put that on record.
This wrench was Ed's.
Special Ed. Be careful now. That's our good one. That was our
Special Ed now, son.
That was our good one. That is
It still is good. It's an LS. You can put it through anything. Oh, that fan's broken. It's actually not.
that is an efficient way to remove your fan.
Pretty much.
In case you have a Ed wrench available. That seems to be the right size.
Did my stance wrong.
I think that's like no idea.
61/51.
Oh, that's the one.
Not working out for me.
Should have bought a Ryobi.
Milwaukee garbage.
Junk. Can't even take that tiny little bolt off.
What now?
I guess we have to buy a new engine.
Seems that way. I don't know what we're going to do. I think we sold the snap-off purse, so we really don't have many options at this point.
When does the snap-off truck come around?
I don't know. It usually catches me by surprise. You can do it! Bar. Guess we need some more juicage. We got 4 bars.
4 bars.
4 of them. We got it set to setting 4.
That should do it.
Look at that.
Look at that.
A little juice. That's all it takes. I don't know what for orange peel they got going on there.
So, what's your technique on removing that?
This and you going outside for about 15 minutes.
And it'll be off, huh?
Something like that. Or we could try out Harbor Freight 1995. Go down there today and get yourself some parts. Good deals. I have misplaced the bolt I was looking for.
Nice.
So anyway, it is all going good.
It's going great.
That'll hook on there.
Have you ever actually used a puller in your life?
This might be the first time.
Normally I just see stuff flying until that thing comes off.
This thing is high-grade Chinesium, so we'll see which breaks first. The puller or the puller? Based off of my scientific calculations, we want to be in this hole.
Three hours later.
Smashed my fingernail.
That was the part where we pretended that was easy, and that was our first try.
Yeah, it took us.
I mean, that little thing, you know, just popped it right off. No problem at all. What do you say, 5-minute job?
Somewhere around there, 3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes. Sucker just whoop, right off. Made that noise even. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have the right tools.
Oh! I was expecting it to come off harder.
That about met the shop floor.
You want to spin that?
Ooh.
Might want to get a water pump while you're at it there.
Water pump.
It's going to take 6 to 7 horsepower.
It'll loosen up. It'll loosen up with the time.
With the RPMs.
RPMs. Probably just delete the water pump and run this thing on methanol.
Gotta get some street miles in first. Make sure the motor's getting broken after our refresh.
Thing
We don't need this thing anyway. This is an AC bracket.
That's
We don't need that where we're going.
weight reduction.
Okay.
You don't need to be cool.
Because you are cool.
When you are cool. Almost made sense.
Something like that.
Almost. Oh, that just was ready to jump off. That's kind of nasty.
Delicious.
You don't need a good timing chain.
Ah, that sucker's good. Brand new.
It's good, he says. So, yeah, you won't need to replace them ever.
No.
Don't bother.
The engine won't last that long. And again, we are only going to be running like 35, 40 pounds of boost, so it might actually last a while.
9,000 RPM.
Yeah. It turns, so I'm guessing the oil pump's good.
It turns. That's what we need.
Matters, yeah, as long as it turns. I think this is supposed to slide off of there. But rather than checking, I'm just going to pry on it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, maybe that doesn't come. That's supposed to come off of there. It's got that nice non-bendable chain.
That's what you want.
It'll be fine. So I'm pretty sure this thing should just pop right off of there.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 75% certain.
What is it? Just pressed on?
They usually just slid on there.
There's a keyway.
Yeah, so it should just slide right off, but
Does it have to
from
come
all the
off?
excess heat. It doesn't, but I would have liked to slide it off just to make sure everything's good. But
I think it's
it might
good.
just stay on there. It looks good.
It's good.
Yep.
Perfect.
The fun part will be figuring out which bolts we're supposed to go where, because there's a large pile of them now.
Yeah, make sure you neatly organize them.
Yeah, they're in a nice pile.
They're there somewhere. That way you have them when you need them.
So we're pulling the cam out to look at the cam bearings, right?
No, don't look at those.
Right, yeah. So you're a true LS fan.
We
You
are.
don't want to see that.
Oh yeah.
The way this is coming out, the bearings might come out with it. So far, so good.
Might have to do a little custom grinding on that cam where the rust is built up. I don't know if that's a good thing to practice. Don't do this at home. There goes the cam bearings.
Told you they're coming out with it. Ah! That sucker is rusty.
Something. I mean, it's not like the cam has a bunch of rust on it. Ooh, it's getting worse as we go.
Oh boy.
That is mint. That's what you're after. I mean, for maximum lift.
Really, you get a little extra lift right there.
Extra
Kinda
lift.
pops it up.
You get rust coat up, then you can kind of fine tune with sandpaper.
Yep.
Custom cam.
6 or 7 times. Sand a little bit. Back in.
We're gonna do the unthinkable.
Don't.
We're gonna do the unthinkable.
It's got 120,000. They're gonna look good.
Them suckers are mint. I'd say it's better than that's new.
Yeah, they look new to me.
Perfect.
If you squint, it's mint.
Yeah. So what? We throw this thing in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Put it on pots and pans cycle. Maybe run it. How many times can we run this before your wife wakes up?
Probably 5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 cycles is what you want to do. Or as many as you can get without the wife finding out.
So.
And then we start slapping it back together.
Something like that.
I hear stuff falling out of the
Your
engine.
hopes and dreams making power. Falling on the ground.
They've been dashed. They are in pieces. Small pieces. There's not a whole lot of high hopes in this engine.
I mean, this thing turns nice. It doesn't wobble.
Yeah. So
we'll check back in after we put her in the dishwasher for a couple hours and see what she's looking like.
yeah, so pretty much not high hopes on the longevity of this engine, but hopefully we can have some fun with it, and
Oh, we're gonna have some fun.
we'll see what happens.
1 gallon of oil at a time.
Place your bets in the comments how much oil this thing's going to burn and how long it's going to live.
Yep. I'm guessing a quart of oil to 3 tanks of gas.
Quart to 3 tanks. That's not bad.
That's
we can
not
live
bad
with
at
that.
all. I have high hopes for my home job here.
I guess we'll find out.
I think this is the only cylinder that's going to burn oil.
Yeah, that one's going to have a little bit of oil burn, but you'll have that, you know?
Yeah.
We'll run diesel oil in it.
1540.
Rotella,
Non-synthetic.
the best.
Obviously.
Or whatever
The one where it has.
I have at home or whatever is laying around. Maybe
Probably
waste.
do a synthetic blend of 1030, 1540, and 530.
Possibly waste oil.
It is an LS.
Bye, have a great time.